Hello everyone, that's right. It's that time of week again when we go over the amazing variants that came out in the previous weeks. We go over the splits that we got and as well as see if the animations that we called actually came true. Now, if you're here for the first time, you don't know who I am. I'm Ken, aka the SuperTechGod, aka the Super Variant God. Why? Because we have every variant in the game as to why I like doing these amazing variant videos throughout the week. Now, I normally do two videos. One today, which is going to basically go over the previous weeks of variants. Another one tomorrow, which is going to go over the new variants coming out for that week. And of course, because it is Tuesday, a new season is coming up, which is X-Men versus Avengers. We're going to get a bunch of data mine variants coming out in the future. So you get a third bonus video in this week. Now, before we get too excited and dive into any of those other topics, let's go ahead and kick off with the previous weeks of variants. Starting off with, of course, Dakin. Now, this is the fantasy variant. There's some awesome fantasy variants out there. I'm a big fan of those variants, but this Dakin looks phenomenal. Now, we did mention we're going to see some of the shine on the blades. We don't see that here at all on either side of the blade, or maybe right here we do. Yep, it does have some type of shining there. The eyes are glowing. The hair, the Goro looking hair, is definitely moving around. His armor is shining as well. And the background has that smoke looking feel. Awesome variant. Love it. Love the split. If you guys did not pick up Dakin in the Spotlight caches, I highly recommend getting this card. It is a good card, especially for discard. The next we have the other Spotlight variant this week, which is MODOK, another great addition to the discard family. If you did not get it, I highly recommend getting this awesome card. You still have a couple of days for the season refresh. Now, this variant, as we said, we're going to see the sushi levitating on the plane as it's looking like it's going down his throat. We did say we're going to see this green, whatever this is, pouring down his throat. So we actually did call this accurately, guys. This is the perfect description that we said was going to happen, and the animation did come true. This is one of the cool variants you have, and this is the split. We decided to keep it in the purple border. Of course, it matches the purple right here in his band, the pinkish kind of thing here going on, and of course his purple arms and legs. Then we have the star of the week, the newest card into discard, Proximia Midnight. Now, this card is super awesome. We did say that this background is part of the other collection of Spotlight variants for, of course, Call Obsidian and Super Giant, and the one from Ebony Ma, as well as the Black Swan. Now, if you guys can see, electricity is in the same background. Like we said, we see the different planets going on over here. We do see some fire, and we do see some things happening to the buildings in the background. We did say her armor is going to be shining, which it definitely is. The hair moving. This is an awesome card, definitely a fun card to have in discard. If you don't play discard, there's no need for you to get any of the cards that I just mentioned, but if you do play discard, highly recommend getting all three if you don't have them already. Then we have a bonus card here. This card was definitely introduced in the beginning of the season. We did go over what we think what it will look like. Now we finally did get the card as well as an infinity border. I leave a link to the video down below. It's been doing very well. Everybody loves that negative Sarah Tribunal card list. So we did end up getting enough tokens to get this wonderful variant. And like I said, we're going to see these Shinobi shards. You guys gave me the name, and I'm sorry. These awesome things shining, which they are. We see the hair moving and the background of the galaxy. Now, I do think Gamora does have some better variants, but of course, to get this variant part of the Conquest mode, why not? It's free. Just play Conquest and you get this variant to add to your collection. Then we have the baby variant of Jean Grey. We did say we're going to see a bunch of animations throughout the whole thing, and that's exactly what it is. This entire card is fully animated with the flames, with the electricity, even the eyes a bit. This is a pretty cool baby variant. If you love Jean Grey, highly recommend getting this. And again, 700 gold, so there's no reason not to pick it up. Then we have the White Queen from that crazy bundle, well, not crazy, $75 bundle, which again, I still don't believe it is worth the price. Nonetheless, if you don't have a White Queen variant, if you love the White Queen card, you definitely should get this variant. I do like the Cerebro and the Magneto helmet in it. I do like the sparkling on the bodysuit, the hair, and everything else going on in the background. It is a cool White Queen variant for $74. It's something to really think about. Then, of course, we dive into the Artgerm store takeover. This is the phenomenal female Loki version variant, as we called it. We're going to see the green things moving here. Whatever this was, we're right. We did say we're going to see some shines on the hair rings, but I don't see any shines there. We do see some shine going on here on the horns. Artgerm is such a great artist. Love how realistic they make the faces look, and this female Loki looks phenomenal. Love the hair, everything in the background. Now, we did get a split on our first shot, and it is this ink Artgerm Loki, which is pretty cool, with the rainbow stardust flare, making this variant a pretty cool collection in my Loki arsenal. Now, I don't really play Loki that much, but because of this variant, I'm going to start. Then next, we have one of my favorite cards. I think if you guys did do your recap for last season, Magic was one of my successful cards, because, of course, playing things like the Golden Knight or anything with Infinite to try to get that extra turn with She-Hulk, or even with the Tribunal, this is a great card to have in a card. Let's give it an extra turn. I'm a big fan of Magic, always been, always will be, and this Artgerm Magic variant does not disappoint. As you said, the hair is going to be moving. The eyes are glowing. I believe this is the sword, but it is shining. The outfit, everything about this variant is just flawless. Big fan of it. We did get a phenomenal split. And again, back to the inks. I'm always getting these awesome ink splits. This is an ink finish with the white crackle flare, ladies and gentlemen. An amazing looking variant. I was thinking about putting a red border on it, but I said, you know what, let's ask chat. Guys down below, let me know, should we do a red border or should we just leave it the way it is? Then we go to what I think is the favorite of the Artgerm variants in this takeover, and that is the Dazzler Artgerm variant. This variant reminds me of the show Gem. If you guys are around my age or a little bit older, you guys should know a Saturday cartoon show called Gem, and this is exactly all I see when I see this variant. Like we said, the hair is going to be moving. We're going to see this stuff doing some animation. I didn't expect the earrings, but we did say that the necklace was, so that's pretty cool. The bangle on her hand, of course. And like I said, I really wish we could have seen the microphone up to her mouth and like she's doing some type of animation, like screaming. Would have been pretty cool, kind of like that other Dazzler variant, this one right here. It would have been pretty awesome to see if the hand could have done that. But nonetheless, awesome variant. Phenomenal Artgerm. I did see some splits on the internet with the gold background and everything else. So shout out to you guys and those amazing Dazzler fans out there. Then, of course, we have the Artgerm Psylocke. Big fan of Psylocke. Also another great card to put in a negative deck. I am a Mr. Negative fan. This variant is pretty cool. We did mention that we will see leaves over here floating, which it is, kind of give you that Japanese style of art and feeling. Of course, with her pulling out the blade with the shine here, and of course with her outfit here waving in the wind along with her hair, and of course again with the face, the realism of the face from Artgerm, always top notch. Definitely love this variant as well. Then of course, once you completed the album, I know some people were very upset about the album because it also required you to have the ultimate variant of Lady Thor. Now, I totally get it. It's 5K tokens for that. A lot of players would have preferred to have other Artgerm variants in there instead of ultimate ones. Either way, once you do complete the album, you get the emoji, the emote, but you do get this wonderful Storm variant as one of the rewards. And like I said before, Storm variants are top notch. I think she is one of the cards, if not the only card, with every variant is the best. So looking at this, we did mention we're going to see some electricity here going on, but I did not expect it to look this phenomenal. This is pretty awesome. Big fan of this, especially this side too. Did not expect it to look like this kind of electricity static like in the card. Pretty cool. Did not expect the background to be flashing electricity or thunder like that as well. That is pretty awesome. We did imagine to see some of the hair, looks like the clouds, and her eyes glowing, which it is. That's also phenomenal. And of course the shine on her bangles. This is an amazing Storm looking African variant. I'm super pumped about this. And not to mention, guys, we got one of the, if not the best SuperTechGod split for this variant, which is now my favorite Storm. And it's this one right here with the gold back. We still see kind of the lightning and thunder going on back there. We definitely still see these things on her hands, the electricity, her eyes glowing. The gold matches everything, but then the blue crackle flare to give it that match with the Storm logo and to give you that kind of feel of like a storm happening behind this card. It's phenomenal. One of my favorite splits I've ever gotten. Shout out to this amazing Artgerm realistic African storm variant, and of course with the amazing split. Then next we go to, of course, everyone's favorite variant that they wanted to get besides the Loki, female Loki one, which was this Killmonger. Now this Killmonger, we did mention we're going to see the waterfall in the background, we're going to see the hair moving, and we're going to see the light shining on his trapezoids and his muscles, which they are happening in this video. Now a lot of people said this mask looks like a Batman mask. Funny enough, we know, but this is definitely the Killmonger mask. Now we did get also another SuperTechGod split on this Killmonger, and actually we got two. All right, we're going to show you the first one, which was a ink with the rainbow crackle, which I am, happy about. Not too bad. Definitely a good split. Of course, you hit it right at the right color, the orange. I think you're looking pretty well. But then we also got a gold one with the red crackle flare, which I think is the best split out there. Of course, black crackle, gold crackle, I think is also good with this gold background, but this is one of my favorite splits as well. A Killmonger Artgerm, of course, with the realistic face with the red crackle flare and the gold background. Hands down, one of my favorite variants right now as well. Then we round things off with the final Artgerm variant, which was the Human Torch. As we mentioned, it was going to have flames animation all over the body. This looks like a very realistic Human Torch. I love the hair, I love the fire waves going through the hair. Of course, the eyes and the nose and the mouth is highlighting as well. This is an awesome Human Torch. Shout out to all the move players out there. If you don't have a Human Torch variant, this is one you definitely should pick up. And that basically wraps up the entire new variants this week. Now, there were two variants that we also did pick up that I did not show in the video. If you guys can let me know, take a guess what those two were down below in the comments, and we'll see if we give a prize for it. Nonetheless, this is an awesome week, especially for all the Artgerm fans out there. Phenomenal cards, phenomenal variants. Now, I'm most excited because we have a whole new week of variants coming up, and that is because of the new season happening this Tuesday, of course, the X-Men versus the Avengers season. We got some brand new cards coming that look phenomenal. I'm already a fan of War Machine. I cannot wait for the War Machine card, only because we can play Infinite on turn 6 after we play cards on turn 5 with War Machine. I'm super stoked about that, but I'm more excited about the phenomenal variants coming out. I am a Kim Jacinto fan, and I saw that Pandart kind of made some variants that kind of look like Kim Jacinto. I'm just waiting for a Kim Jacinto takeover. Nonetheless, I did post something in the community poll yesterday about all the new things coming out. And yes, that video is coming soon. We're going to have a video about those variants as well as what's coming out in the following weeks. Oh yeah, almost forgot, guys. So this awesome Snap shirt, of course, is courtesy of those over at Snap Kang. Now, of course, I partner with Snap Kang to bring you guys some amazing merch, and of course give you guys some awesome discount on all that merch. I'll leave a link down in the description below of the SnapCam website with my wonderful name at the end of it, so this way you guys can get those discounts for any merch you want from that store. Again, that is SnapCam, but of course use the link in the description for two reasons. One, it gets you that amazing discount, and two, it helps me out and the channel. So again, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming by. I really appreciate all the support you guys been giving. And again, if you're here for the first time and you got this far in the video and you feel this brings you excitement, joy, or any type of happiness or even knowledge, do me a favor, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that bell so you can be notified when the next video is live. All right, guys, can't wait to see you guys tomorrow when we discuss this week's variants. Take it easy, always have a great time, and enjoy snapping. Peace.